ladies and gentlemen. Back in for just about the start of the second half. Here is Johnson County and Southeastern Community College locked in a tight ball game here, Brennan. 2-1, Southeastern on top. A couple of in-close goals there in the first half that we unfortunately were not able to catch thanks to some technical difficulties here on the stream. However, able to generally push inside that Johnson County zone a lot better than most teams that we have witnessed in broadcast previous. What have you witnessed from this Southeastern squad that has led to this ability to generate so many chances and obviously capitalize on two of them?
I think the big thing for me with how Southeastern has really been able to put their goals in the back of the net is really just counteracting on just great tackling, great takeaways. I mean, they're making use of the takeaways, and that's really something you don't see. And also they're able to score off a free kick. The first goal that came from the foot of, it was Joshua Barbosa. It was off that free kick because it was essentially Wozniak was called for a 6-second hold, which you cannot hold the ball longer than 6 seconds in the box. He had plenty of time to get rid of it, but just couldn't really see an option. Referees awarded the free kick. Barbosa buried it. And it was Yoda Ishikawa with that second goal for the Blackhawks. So I think in the second half, Johnson County's got to take care of the ball. They got to possess. We saw it a lot early on in the first half, Aaron. They did a really nice job of possessing. But they've got to carry that on to the second half. It's got to be the full 90.
As this one ends up back in the Johnson County end. Johnson County coming into this thing with an 0-2 record to this point in regulation play, but this is the home opener against a squad that maybe not as difficulty of a strength of schedule, but certainly coming in with momentum on their side. One tie to their credit, but other than that, no defeats. 2-0-1 coming in was Southeastern, and yet still it was Johnson County that many considered to be the favorite in this matchup, and we still stare at a 2-1 score.
Yeah, when the record does not tell the tale of this team, as this is a great chance right here.
Oh, big opportunity. Crossing attempt. Won't go. Broken up nicely by the Blackhawks.
That was a great pass, and Sergio Hernandez-Marquez just doing all he could with that one. Just trying to play it inside the 18. Just right to the Blackhawks. But here comes Ishikawa, and that one's just going to be a slow roller. He really wanted that one back. Just a little bit in pain to get up. Like I said, you look at how Southeastern's taking advantage of those takeaways, those turnovers.
This one ends up back deeper into the Southeastern zone, but then sent back out to midfield. As Johnson County, can't keep it in. We'll get a throw in coming here for the Blackhawks.
I believe that was Ben Points, one of the 10 returners for this Johnson County squad. This was a team last year, had some of their best in winning percentage, both in the conference and especially just in general in their entire schedule. They finished 6-2 in conference, 14-4 overall on the season. And this is a NJCAA Region 6 Division 2.
Oh, and that was almost a big-time opportunity for the Blackhawks, but a whistle back behind the play is going to blow this one dead.
They finished 5th overall in Division 2, but they were the runner-ups in their set of the region, so they finished 8th. Oh, they finished ranked number 8 in the NJCAA Division 2 rankings. But of course, it's not been the start that Johnson County has wanted. They started off 0-2, but you're playing really two good quality teams. You played Pearl River Community College; they were number 8, and then you had to play Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's a really underrated roster, number 12. number 12, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, which is the first game that Daniel Wozniak was in goal for. And you have to remind yourself, Aaron, both of these guys, they're really talented freshmen, both Brandt and Wozniak. They're both really talented freshmen, but, give them a bit of a confidence boost playing two really good ranked opponents. And then on top of that, you have 10 returners, you have 1 transfer, and then the rest of the 20 on that roster is freshmen. So there's a lot of youth on this squad, but don't count them out just yet.
Oh, and here comes a nice play, nearly. But then right as they were starting to get something brewing, an errant pass a little bit too far out in front, I believe looking for Tyler Beckford, and just couldn't quite hit him on that one.
And I believe that was more Cale Drummond on that one. He was the goal scorer for Johnson County.
My apologies, that was an 8, not a 9 on the back of that jersey. Looking to put the ball in the back of the net, but that one broken up nicely by Southeastern.
Again, it's the great play inside the 18, really working the box, really forcing Southeastern to try and draw their hand. But again, it's just another chance that Johnson County just can't capitalize on. But again, this has been the strong suit of this Johnson County squad. They've really done a phenomenal job creating chances inside the box.
As this one trying to get it into the end to give themselves a chance inside that box. But once again, Southeastern bodies to a man each and every time. They've been really good at staying in front and in between these Johnson County forwards. Johnson County, a team normally so efficient with its passing game and just haven't found many lanes to operate through here in this contest. So they'll try to get a stretch pass and a redirect going here. Keeping it in play, but not for long. Ends up on the top of the netting there, Brennan, and we'll get a goal kick.
That was Tanner Poria, Connor Myers right there, the two tandem inside that 18 near the 6. Just trying to make something happen. And Poria is one of the big returners for this Johnson County squad. He was second team all-conference last season. Johnson County lost a lot of great players, of course, due to graduation. But still, there's a lot of hope for this squad under Jeff Cole entering year number 6, which, again, last season, his best season for Johnson County. But now, all of a sudden, this is the first time since 2023 that Johnson County has dropped their opening match. And the first time in over 7 years that Johnson County's dropped their first 2 back-to-back. So it could stretch the record books if they were to drop this third one. But Johnson County, the way they've started out this second half, it's been phenomenal.
Though here they're going to have to play a little bit back on their heels. So we'll get a free kick coming. Sends it all the way across the box. Well defended back there by Johnson County. Great play made by Hernandez. And that was dangerous right there. Yoda Ishikawa on the free kick already has one of those first half goals. So Johnson County more than familiar with what he can do with the ball on his cleat.
Yeah, Ishikawa had that second goal. Now they're going to blow the whistle dead. I think there's too much extracurricular in the box. I think he's looking at Connor Myers, the freshman.
Sending it upfield. Trying to get that one into the box. And that's why they have that nice extra high netting back there, Brennan.
I played on this very exact field a few years ago, my junior year. Played Kansas City Christian. It's been rainy, so the turf might be just a bit damp, but nevertheless, it's quite a beautiful day, staying in the mid-70s.
And the weather's been kind enough to keep the overcast nothing more than overcast. Rain hasn't actually fallen on us since the beginning of this game, so as you mentioned, lovely weather for a home opener.
That's a beautiful tackle right there. That was Drummond
Now we'll see if they connect on the stretch pass. They will. And now we'll see if they can turn it into some offense. Tripped up, no call. All ball with the contact, so says the official, and now it comes near side. That'll be played down by McCauley. He sends it to the near corner. Centering pass attempt is blocked by Southeastern.
And they're going to rule it a goal kick. Interesting enough.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to argue, is that after he deflected it, it went back off a Johnson County cleat. The official agrees.
I mean, that's a great ball right there. That was Drummond. You switch it over to that near side for McCauley. And then Hernandez Marquez making a nice little run on the outside, trying to wing it in, get that cross. Johnson County, they've had several of those. That's a great boot by Zamora and goal for the Blackhawks.
Then it ends up out of play. So that'll be a throw-in coming for Southeastern.
And I look at this Southeastern team as well. They went 12-8-2 last year, but they went 5-2-1 in a very tough Iowa Community College Athletic Conference. The ICCAC, that's no joke down there. Johnson County will see a few teams this season.
Johnson County can see their way to an offensive opportunity here, broken up again by Southeastern. Southeastern definitely had the numbers there, but Johnson County had a bit of speed going, just not quite enough.
This is a great press right here. Johnson County, they're now going to force Zamora to try and get in the mix as well. This is what great pressing does.
Now it'll be played to the near side. That's Ishikawa again. Sends it to the middle of the field. Taken away Johnson County. We'll see if they can turn it into something, and they don't hold it for long.
It's a great tackle by Coy Woods. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Oh, centering pass. And off of a head and on goal, and a great save.
That was Wozniak right there.
Yeah, in net by Daniel Wozniak. He'll send it out, and Johnson County will try to work it upfield, and that will surely draw a whistle.
Looks to be another Blackhawk down, but, I mean, talk about the cross in. You find Elon Portajoy right there. Just going straight header right to Wozniak. Wozniak, the quick reflex to get that save.
Booted upfield. Oh, this is onside. It could be something, but instead, well played by the netminder.
That was a beautiful pass right to Poria. And just doing his work again.
A loose ball here, and the collision draws a whistle.
They're going to get a free kick
that could be
to Johnson County.
Yeah, big time here for the Cavaliers.
They're going to play quick.
Just a little bit too quick.
They're going to call it a goal kick now. Okay.
Ah, that makes more sense.
I think there's... Ooh, okay. So I think they just showed Sergio Hernandez Marquez a yellow. I think he was just a bit fed up right there.
Yeah, it didn't look...
And now you have Michaels Bernabe, the captain, talking to the center referee.
You have to speculate that must have been something of a verbal altercation that brought that on. It didn't look like anything was really going on this side of the field.
100%, yes.
This one will be chipped deep into the Johnson County end. Try to track it down along that far sideline. That thing stays in bounds. So this could be an opportunity for Southeastern. They'll take a far shot, and it's gloved down by Wozniak. Oh, and just missing on the touch there. So now Southeastern with another opportunity. Mistake made by Johnson County, and we'll see if they can avoid having to pay for it. Another distance shot, and that one just rolls wide.
Yeah, it was Tom. That was Tom Namasmith taking that second opportunity. The first one on that far post was Tomas Raposo. Right from that right wing position, just trying to have a hit. And right there again, like you said, Hernandez Marquez just couldn't play it, and that's why, they're going to look to play short to Bernabe.
Oh, and he'll send it deep. And I wasn't entirely positive.
And yeah, they're going to call this one on Southeastern. I believe that's going to be on Louis Franks. I'm going to say tugging on a jersey. That's
which is an interesting.
It could be Tommy White, and that's something that's been called quite often in this match. You've seen it a few times so far.
I wasn't entirely sure if they were going to let that pass go as an onside play, but not going to matter with the jersey tug.
And they will call a foul near that corner. That's Tom Namasmith.
Johnson County with a real golden opportunity here. Essentially a corner kick at this point.
They're going to have Ben Point, yeah, it is Ben Points. Be taking that free kick.
Puts the southpaw foot on it. Ball still loose and finally scooped up by the netminder and cleared out of there by Southeastern. A golden chance for Johnson County, but it was well played by the goalkeeper.
And Johnson County, rightfully so, doing a nice job of staying composed. It was 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, I should say, if you count the goalkeeper near that back line. And this is a great ball up forward right there for Harrington.
Shot blocked in front. Well done. Now he'll try a crossing pass. Centered. Opportunity! Disappears into the mitts.
And that's the nice thing done by Harrington right there, just keeping it alive, reshuffling the deck, seeing what you can do with it, and just finding a nice cross. It was Marco Hernandez right in the middle, trying to head it in, and Zamora again denying Johnson County to tie this game up at 2.
As got a brief stoppage here for a moment.
Be for a substitution.
And the throw in. Up into the air. Still fighting for possession here. Southeastern briefly came away with it, and this could be an opportunity. If they hustle, it's 3-on-3 for Johnson County. Shot blocked. Still loose. Still loose. No foul for the contact, and Southeastern is going to clear that thing out of danger.
It's a nice settle by Drummond now. Johnson County, I like what they're doing. They're switching the field up central, and there's Bernabe again, a nice ball.
Great pass there. Couldn't quite settle it on the back end of the pass, however, but kept in briefly there by Johnson County. Southeastern, though, able to take it away, and they'll try to work it back upfield.
That was a nice job by Myers near that corner flag, trying to keep it in. And, yeah, that's going to be Johnson County throw, although that was Nama Smith trying to speed it up there. And it still is a Southeastern throw. But they're just going to ask him to scoot it back just a little bit.
Got to admire the attempt there. Just kept running basically all the way out to midfield.
Nice throw from Nishi, but just finds Johnson County.
That one ends up out of play, just out of the reach of Porter.
And Poria, he's a workhorse for this Johnson County team.
Brought to midfield, chipped ahead. Race could be on. Southeastern, the first team to it. Right foot shot, far side. Might have been trying to connect on the pass. Still will, but it'll be all the way in the near side corner. As Southeastern will try to get something done, and it's well defended there by the Cavaliers. Now played upfield to midfield. Chipped ahead. Poria could have a golden opportunity here. Races on. Defense closing in. Makes a move. Centering pass. Left it. New shot. Blocked in front. Rebound opportunity, and they score. It's a tie ball game. 2 apiece. Johnson County capitalizes.
Man, oh man, that is the opportunity of the ages right there. You had that attack going. That's a nice job by Grady Harrington on that right wing. You let the play develop. He waited. Somebody swung in central. It got blocked. And then right there, I believe that was Peyton McCauley to capitalize. At least I want to say that was Peyton McCauley. It did look like number 2. And it was Peyton McCauley right there. It was. I was correct. Oh, they did get it from me. Okay, so I was second guessing myself, but then I remembered, yes, it was Peyton McCauley. So McCauley will even things up for Johnson County right there.
Well, no one's correcting it. So.
No.
Oh, and this could be a little bit too hard on the touch there. Southeastern averts disaster. Loose ball comes back out to midfield.
And he is off, yeah.
Well
Clearly
offside.
And Bernabe was even. He was still going at Raposo right there.
He was basically playing on a different field from everybody else, but not going to allow that one, so we'll get a free kick coming.
And how about that for Peyton McCauley, the freshman from Elkhorn, Nebraska. Knotting things up.
Big collision. They play on. Southeastern with it. Shot right into the waiting arms of Wozniak. And here has been the thing. Southeastern has broken the tie each previous time. They were the ones who got the scoring started at 1-0. And Johnson County tied it at 1 apiece. Then they took the 2-1 lead. Johnson County is tied it once again. Johnson County has not led at any point. Trying to change that here in the next 25 minutes.
And that's going to be to the spot right there.
And this will certainly help. So a big opportunity for the Cavaliers as they try to break this tie for a lead themselves, a lead they have not held at any point.
How about that for Coy Woods right there? That's another time again that he managed to, find space, make a great run. It looks to be it's going to be Bernabe, I believe, will be the one to take the penalty kick. This will be the first time this season Johnson County will have a lead. They didn't score when they're in the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and now they have a chance to essentially put 3 goals up in this game against a really phenomenal goal-scoring team.
The shot. He's got it! Johnson County in the lead for the first time, as you mentioned, all season long. They get it done here in front of the home fans. They were just saving the moment for us, Brennan.
How about that from your captain right there, bearing a dagger? And Johnson County, rightfully so, getting the lead they needed all season, and right there.
Maybe not quite a dagger just yet with 25:48 left to play, but certainly a momentum shifter. Might not be the full stab of the dagger there, Brennan, but it's at least a little cut. They've got the lead going, and now they'll try to hang on to it.
But essentially, I said the dagger because, Southeastern, they definitely have to feel a little beat up right there, especially you let Johnson County back into the game with a tie game, and now you've essentially gave them the opportunity to take the lead right there.
Absolutely. Southeastern has to be feeling like suddenly this thing has shifted and they're back on their heels rather than attacking on their toes. You want to talk about a monstrous momentum shift here in this second half.
Johnson County's lived up to the expectations here, certainly. That was Coy Woods again on that wing. He's been so dangerous so far. And again, yet another opportunity that he's had open on that wing area. Johnson County will have a pretty deep throw here, and they're going to try and send this in. Everybody inside the 18 for it.
Off ahead, right into the waiting arms of the Southeastern goaltender. Now they'll try to get going fast. Up the near side.
That's the only thing you really can do in this situation. If you're Southeastern, you switch the field and go quick. You're going to call a foul on Johnson County. There's a lot of jersey tugging right there.
Near side. Sent across. And well played by Wozniak. Came out of his net aggressively to grab that one in the mitts.
He saw the play develop, trying to switch from the near side to the far side, and Wozniak off his line quickly to read that one. Beautifully played by the keeper right there. Talented freshman from Lee Summit.
Oh, taken away. Beautiful play defensively, Johnson County. And they'll try to turn it into an offensive play. Fakes the shot. Then a real shot, and that one goes just wide.
That was a beautiful ball right there by Coy Woods. He takes it in himself. He gets that one delay. He gets that little stutter step. And then still saw that open lane to be able to take the shot. Just went wide with it. But Coy Woods has certainly made every opportunity.
We'll get a goal kick coming up.
Just after a couple substitutions, Johnson County wants to kind of shuffle the deck just a little bit.
This one will come out near midfield. Played straight up into the air by the Cavaliers. Still bouncing around. Taken by, for a moment, Southeastern, but Johnson County able to clear it.
Just plenty of room right there. Flag is down. Nicely read by the defense of Johnson County right there.
And now they'll try to work it back the other way. Johnson County trying to capitalize on all this momentum they've built up. They don't want to just rest on this lead. They want to try to add to it and keep on the attack. Centering pass. Shot blocked and sent out of play.
There's more of an Anguiano right there. Right central. And how about Poria again right there on that wing. Lets it develop, tries to get the cross in, but Southeastern quick to read it right there. Johnson County earns themselves another corner.
That one deflecting. Now pops up into the air. Able to keep it in? Not quite.
Be Brian Andrade's Lara. So throw it towards their own end, and I think he'll hand it off for Bernabe. He's got quite the throw on that.
See if Johnson County can keep it in. And eventually finds its way out, but not until it's off the cleat of Southeastern.
Yeah, Ishikawa trying to play it up the line, keep it in. Ishikawa in the central is trying to switch the field, which it did work, but just unfortunately could not. Just couldn't quite get it to keep it in bounds, so nobody's really got possession so far. And this is, Aaron, by the way, this is a brand new Southeastern team with a first-year head coach, Enrique Vieira, in his first season. You know, he's played in this conference. He played for Indian Hills, and he was part of that team where he won the conference in 2017, the Indian Hills' first ever conference title. He's, you know, also a Brazilian native as well, so he had to rebuild this roster. He lost one of their top goal scorers in Juan Lagares, who was first team all-conference. He had the third most goals in the conference with 21, and he was also on that all-tournament team. And then you had all 7 others as well that dropped out. So that's 8 players you lost from graduation in that coaching change as well. So Vieira, of course, he's done his job and done a phenomenal job recruiting for this Southeastern team, but already propelling into a 2-win and just 1 tie record so far to start the season. Came off a 3-0 win against Metropolitan, which Johnson County will see later on this season. They've been hovering top 5 in the conference for the last couple of years, so this is a team that really wants to excel and to take it to that next level, which is getting that conference win.
And sometimes it's as simple as just having that spark moment. Maybe after a couple of big road losses, to come back here, get in front of the home fans, down 2 separate times against a very good Southeastern team, and to climb back, take this 3-2 lead. If you're able to hold on here and walk away from this with a win, that might be just the spark that they needed to, like you said, try to hit some of those goals, remain up there in contention among the top teams in the conference. And if they can get a goal here, that would certainly go a long way towards helping their case, but it's scooped up off the turf.
Another one of those returners, Philip Butantico, they call him Phil. Certainly made an impact in this game, in this match so far. He's been really aggressive. He's worked the forward position very well. Beautiful ball right there.
Nicely sent. And now we'll see if they can get one more centering pass off here, and that ball just ends up out of play.
There's that run for the far side, I believe. I want to say that was Sergio Hernandez Marquez on that far side making that run. We
do appear to have a Southeastern player down.
Was Marco Hernandez on that run. My apologies right there, but I mean, if you get enough burst of speed and make a run on the wing, Johnson County certainly will find you. I think this looks to be cramping just a little bit. that'll do it to you. It's starting to feel like fall just a little bit, Aaron.
That one played back. You're definitely right about the fall feeling that's been in the air. It's kind of been that way over the last week.
I mean, we're supposed to get down to the 40s by nighttime here next week, so.
It's like I'm back up in Wyoming again, Brennan. We're getting winter weather in September.
Last day of August today, so I mean, you start Labor Day tomorrow and then start the month of September. That's definitely a foul all day right there. Mutantika just got grabbed from behind and just got pulled down essentially. If you're Southeastern, you've got to stay disciplined. You don't want another opportunity like that to bite you. As you know, that's the reason they had that third goal scored, was essentially Coy Woods got tripped up in the box and just gave way for that opportunity. But they've done a really nice job being patient with their attack, and that's something I like about this Southeastern team, is they're really solid attacking when they can put it together.
Sent ahead.
Flags down.
Crossing pass, just couldn't quite connect. Sends it back. Back again. Looking for an opportunity. Shot from distance and gathered in nicely by the keeper.
That's the freshman Thomas House right there. Had it near that corner, just trying to centralize himself. You know, Mutantika just on that far side trying to cross it in, and it was Sergio Hernandez Marquez just a bit late to get that initial touch on the far post. Mutantika gets pushed again. I believe that foul going to be called on Yodi Ishikawa. Okay, so now they're going to call it on Southeastern. Okay, interesting.
So Southeastern takes over. Back at midfield. Popped up into the air. Overplayed the ball, and it rolls out of play.
Goal kick. And Coach Cole's going to look for subs here. It'll be Mutantika out. Phenomenal job by the sophomore from right here at Overland Park, Kansas. Tanner Poria will check in. And I think it's Coy Woods in the game. So putting both his dynamic attackers back in this game.
Chipped ahead.
Only where Poria can get it. Can he capitalize?
Not quite. Just able to keep himself onside. That was the first big part. They couldn't quite settle it enough to get a quality shot off in time before the keeper was able to come out and disrupt the play. Played to the near side. Southeastern keeping themselves alive a little bit longer as they avoided the 2-goal deficit with that last one. We'll see if they can capitalize and give themselves an opportunity to tie this game. That one leaks all the way through. It'll be played down by Wozniak, and now he'll scoop it up. Clock not necessarily a massive factor just yet, Brennan, but we're certainly starting to tick towards that point in the game where you might start to feel a little bit of sweat coming down the back of your head if you're Southeastern.
Yeah, I mean, you've got close to 10 minutes, so it's a 1-point match so far right now. Anguiano wants a call. I think ref's going to play advantage.
Well defended there initially by Johnson County, but then taken right back by Southeastern. Popped up into the air, far sideline, settled down.
Southeastern's just trying to play a bit of attack, and Johnson County just doing their best to defend, and I think they just want to try and clear it out as much as possible. Look at that run for the far side, Nama Smith.
It'll get there. So now we'll see if they can set something up. They've got the ball in possession in Johnson County's end. Bounces up into the air. Settled, sent on goal. Wozniak goes down low and scoops it.
Nama Smith just was patient on that near 18 corner, just trying to find an opportunity to cross. Found a bit of pocket room right there to make something with it. And Zamora got put in a really dangerous spot right there. And Ishikawa is going to be called for a foul. Just got too much in the back of Anguiano. So go indirect on the free kick, and nicely done by Drummond to be strong with the ball right there.
Sent through. Taking Johnson County. Trying to get a run. Might have an opportunity. Right on goal, and the save is made.
That was Coy Woods. Got it tipped, and then Thomas House. I like how he just was quickly able to read it, pick it up, and just take it with it. Just trying to get a shot off on Zamora. Just keep Southeastern on their toes. I love what this front two of Grady Harrington and Tanner Poirier are doing. They're pressing high.
Oh, nicely defended. Oh, no, not quite nicely defended.
So, they're going to talk to Grady Harrington. I think he kind of jumped a little bit on the back of Ilan Portajoy. And then I think they're just waiting to play it, and then House cleared it upfield. They're going to call time. Yeah, they're going to stop. 8:01 left. And it's going to be for player cramping, and it's also going to make time for the center ref to talk to Tanner Poria and Ishikawa, both donning captain's bands. Poirier being the closest one to the center ref. Bernabe also donning a captain's band as well. Two great picks for captains. I mean, both have certainly left their marks in the program. Bernabe, rightfully so. He's part of that back line that, really had the third best goals against average. Only just averaging close to just one goal against per game last season. You saw him play at center back. He can play a bit of wing back as well. He kind of meshes between those two. I think that's what Coach Jeff Cole really loves about Bernabe is his versatility in the back line. And he just creates chances so well. There's a chance from House right there.
Oh, this could be big. Shot! And headed into the net. Johnson County buries the dagger. That could be your fade to black moment right there. 4-2 with 7:34 to play. Johnson County puts an exclamation point on this one.
That was Coy Woods right there to bury it.
So Woods helped generate a goal earlier on this half that gave him the lead by drawing the foul. And now he actually gets credit for the goal as he puts it in the back of the net. And it's 4-2 Johnson County.
That was a great, it all started, of course, with Poirier right there making that run. It was a beautifully placed ball from the back line. Poirier just made another phenomenal run. It was just him and the defense to beat. And then a deflection that just lingered too long, headed right to the back post. Coy Woods just soared in out of nowhere. He's got that speed, he's got that flashy talent. And Woods just buried it. It was only a matter of time before Coy Woods put another mark in this game. And it comes in form of a goal. Cavs double up Southeastern right there.
Pops up into the air.
Here's Coy Woods again. And he just kind of dribbled into traffic right there. Just trying to create a run.
That one will end up out of play. Last off Johnson County.
Looks to be a free kick, and it's going to be conversation with, can't quite read the number. I think that's Cale Drummond. Yeah, and Cale Drummond, I think, definitely wanted to have another say to the referee, but his teammates encouraging him to hold back. How about that from Johnson County? Hernandez just battling through contact to get the win. It's going to set up something nice, and man, House wanted that. I think just put a bit too much air and spin under it. Was trying to go for Grady Harrington, made that nice run central.
Just ended up sailing on him a bit, and this one's going to go well up into the clouds.
Great job by Southeastern to settle a bit of a triangle pattern there and left side of the field.
Trying to make something offensively here. Southeastern shot from distance goes high.
That was Raposo again right there. Southeastern, they're kind of in the point of the game where you're down 2 now. It's less than 5 minutes left to play in this match, and I think just any time they can, they have any sort of open pocket of room, they're just going to try and let it fly.
Fires that one far corner. Might be over everybody's head. And we'll see if they can keep it in play. They do temporarily, but then it finally finds its way to the sideline.
That's a great ball right there. I think that was Gustavo Camano right there on the far right wing for Southeastern, just keeping it in, trying to do what he could with it. And Wozniak's just going to send everybody forward up the pitch.
Played down.
Beautiful.
Looking for somewhere to go with it. Now he'll just weave his way through the Southeastern defense himself, and it's broken up and sent out of play by the Blackhawks.
Beautiful combination right there from Johnson County. Found the speedy Marco Hernandez right there. Now it's essentially, I think, just a game of keep away, 3.5 minutes to play. What a win from Poirier right there near the 6.
Sent across.
Johnson County just trying to switch and play keep away right now from Southeastern. They'll take a chance if needed.
And a great save that ends up off the post, and they're not out of trouble yet. Now finally,
and Harrington almost had a deflection.
Able to clear it, and you're right. Couple of brilliant chances there for Johnson County, and they might not be over yet. Another great save.
Coy Woods just sliced right through the defense and almost had an opportunity. Just a nice job by Zamora to read that shot. In Johnson County, they said, if you're going to give us an opportunity, you may as well just take it right now. Now, if you're Southeastern, you've got to stay on this end of the pitch, 2.5 minutes. Time is essentially pretty much to the brink of extinction right now, if you will. That was Coy Woods, a nice tackle. Almost could have been a great opportunity there. Or excuse me, if you will, it's Hernandez.
Now played upfield. We'll see if they can still turn this into some offense, Johnson County. Southeastern defended it well, and now Southeastern's desperately racing against the clock.
Time's net on their side. We're at the 90-second mark now. I think essentially, if you're Southeastern, you've got to be patient. And they're going to call a foul on Bernabe, and he's not happy about it. And they will show Michael Bernabe a yellow.
So a free kick coming for Southeastern. With 1:15 left to go.
The clock has stopped, so everybody lined up on the 18, and there's a couple inside the arc as well. So
you imagine with the clock situation being what it is, this has a very good chance of going right on goal. And just tipped out of there and out of play.
That was a great header right there. That was Cale Drummond. And now it's Southeastern's got to get it. Got to set up for a corner real quick. Get everybody in the 6.
Sent in. Off ahead. Loose. Johnson County.
Southeastern wants a handball. I don't think they're going to get one.
Sent that one up into the clouds, and you're right, no handball called. Crossing. Tried the leaping kick attempt. That one ends up out of play. Didn't quite get all of it. And so the clock keeps ticking under half a minute. And Johnson County's odds just keep going up with each tick of that clock.
And now I think Wozniak can take his time a little bit there. Harrington just playing that forward, and that could be an opportunity with 5 seconds.
Shot, left foot, far side, just goes wide. But that clock ticks down to 0, and we've got a final here from Johnson County. They get their first win for the men on the season, and it comes in the home opener. Johnson County 4, Southeastern 2. What a game for these Cavaliers.
And certainly, I mean, you looked at yourself, you're trailing down 1-2, and you just had to find a way. But look no further than that 3-goal second half right there, making the complete difference. This is a much better Cavalier team in the second half than it was in the first half. But you got to give props to Southeastern for the way they battled. But Johnson County, they find a way to get it done. Their offense beautifully ran. I mean, what an effort from the guys here in their home opener. Couldn't do it for any other crowd like their home fans here in Overland Park.
Obviously, that'll get them that first win of the season. We'll see if that sparks this team into a bit of a winning streak. Never liked looking up at 0-2. They hadn't even led at any point coming in. As you had mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, So a big moment for some Johnson County momentum. We thank Brennan Bolin here on color commentary along with me. I've been Aaron Feely. We'll see you guys next time here on Johnson County Sports Live.